say, we're gonna kick it up a little bit. So, update on our videos moving forward. Our episodes are going to be a little longer from this point moving forward. And it's gonna be a little more, we'll see. I think that we'll leave it at that for now. And also, you know, I love to just enjoy this type of stuff, so you know it wouldn't be a special without a giveaway. So I'm going to be giving away these 3 decks. A reverse back, black, blue, and red for purple. And then the Muralis deck, all 3. Very lovely. So all you gotta do for an entry on this, like the video and comment 900. And boom, you have a chance. Anyone can participate because I always get people asking if they can. So these 3 decks to celebrate 900. 1000 is gonna be crazy, but for now, let's just enjoy our night, my friend. I am so happy right now, so content. Let's get into our first game of the night. Let's leave some predictions as well as we kick things off. I know I have a lot more to say, but we'll keep that peppered throughout our episode. Our 900th episode, I should say. And there is our starting draw. Alright. Always love to check in on this. For those of you, whether you're old and new or new, around what episode do you remember joining our solitaire journey? It'd be crazy if this was your first one, but everyone starts somewhere. Not a bad start. Perfect. You know what? I think this special might be a pretty good one. So I'm saying 20 fat stacks and 5 victories. As we earn our first fat stack. A little to our left. Another 6 has hit the field. So double 8s, 6s, jacks, and kings. Let's see. So this 3 doesn't have too much relevance. chance, unfortunately, to be played. Now we have to. But unfortunately, it would appear a fat stack is as far as we go in our first game, as there's nowhere for that jack, king, or 7. No available 4 to play, or 2 for our aces. So we move on to our second game of our night. It's always a little bit, what's the word? It's a feeling between being a little nervous, antsy, triple tens, makes a lot of sense. A little bit of butterflies. Just getting through our first game of a special, no matter what special it may be. Because you always want to start strong, but this game, too unpredictable. Two for two. This has to be one of my favorite decks. It has such a nice texture, great durability, smooth control, great balance, and nice coloring all throughout. Let's go the spade for that spot again. Some potential. Good thing we waited just a little bit. Sometimes I wish, well, more than sometimes, we didn't have the 50-50 decisions like those 2 sevens. It feels like there's a play on the field, but there clearly is not. that would be fantastic. That helps, for sure. A red 8. Close. And our second fat stack in as many games. Okay. A little bit. Oh no. Never mind. Nowhere for that 7. King. Red 7 once again, or 9. I was about to say maybe with the 3 of hearts, but we don't have the 3 of diamonds or clubs to help us out. So a little bit of a give and take start so far to our night. As we move on to game number 3. 2 fat stacks, and clearly just a few cards short of giving a good run for a victory. And this time through, just the pair of black 8s being enough to stop us in our tracks. I think we'll start with 5 games with this deck, and then go from there. After this deck, we'll get into some just expanded thoughts as I begin to gather them in a fluid manner. One more riffle. Three for 3. Let's play a game within our game. How many decks of cards do you believe I have? And as fitting as it may be, 900 would be nice, but I don't think that is true at all. But I honestly have no clue off the top of my head. Let's do a 3 pool for our third game. Dangerous start for this one. On the bright side, all of our aces, but double 5s and 4s, both the red, might get us into some trouble quickly. Also, the lack of face cards. Thank you. I guess we have to take that. a seeming quick end to our third game, as there's nowhere for the jack. 8, 10, 10, or queen just beneath. Even if we played the two of hearts, it might not have led us to much. The bigger, blaring thing is the triple tens and the clear lack of face cards. Triple queens. And triple jacks. There's the real issue with the triple tens in the hand. Do you know something that is just very valuable to me about our series? Is that we do something so consistently that's so simple that we know we're most likely not gonna get a reward from it. Well, a reward meaning from the game itself. But there are so many that are just kind of given along the way, and in other ways in the future. Because I remember during the middle section of our 1,000 episodes so far, or 900 I should say, we had a very consistent run. I think I know it was 500 days in a row with a video, but I'm not sure of those 500 how many were solitaire solely. But being that consistent for 500 days, I know I can say for myself, is something I've never done besides like eating or drinking water, just naturally. Being able to just relax, spend some time with some friends, is just something that's so immeasurable in value. And being able to do that with something as simple as this really refreshes me when I look back or look forward. Take a step to see the current moment of our journey. And the more we get closer to 1,000, the closer we come to that point. The more apparent and obvious those gifts are for me. And I hope, in some way, if not similar, for you as well. in something as so simple as Solitaire. A game I didn't even learn until I was, I think, high school. I guess that's a long-winded way to say I love you. It's really nice spending time with you. But anyway, triple tens on the field. Not looking too promising. And it looks like we have been given one final chance with that ace. And now I think we're done. Oh, wait a second. Did that change enough? Nowhere for that king. 4, queen, or 5. And once again, a deceptively tough game. Can't play the 4, king, queen, or 5 still. And we move on to our final game with this deck. Something different than our other 800 specials is that tonight we are using 9 decks as triple threes, triple nines. I better not see a 6 here. That is monstrous. Triple threes, triple sixes, queen tagged along for the ride, and a set of 9s. It's a miracle we made it that far. That made me lose my train of thought completely. Give me a moment to try and get back on track. Oh yeah, using 9 decks for tonight. 9 for 900. And I was thinking about 999 is going to be such a nice video. Just that final triplet of numbers. Let's see what I think. For some reason, 888 is more satisfying than any other triplet besides triple 5s. But even then, I think triple 8s take the cake. Do you have those thoughts of subtle biases of favorite numbers like that? Like what would you choose? Triple 3s, 333. 444, 222 perhaps, 666, 777, 999, or 111, amongst the other mentioned numbers. Not looking too great, honestly. I think our biggest issue so far has been breaking into these piles. Blackjack, come on. We're at the shop. Alright, this is getting a little bit tight because we have the keys in our hand. But we might get locked up in our plays. Just like that. Once more. I guess we throw down our king. Nowhere for that 10. 8. 5. 4 at the moment. And king. So, what really sucks is that we missed both of those 5s but get the black one. Okay. 10, 8, 5, 6. Still nowhere to go. And just as every other game of our night so far, missing the key pieces to push us forward. Well, that's it for this deck. Let's see the final spread in this one. Do we have any repeat offenders here? Luckily no, but a whole bunch of doubles. Alright, choices. We have some of my favorite decks from, I believe, the past 100 episodes. Maybe some will be from the late 700s. But we're gonna go with the tricolor deck next. And as we crack open this deck, just a shout out and thank you for all of the channel members. I don't say it enough, but you guys, we're along our own journey there. I think it's time for our 100th special there as well. I think we've probably had over 100 different members throughout our journey so far. And that's just so crazy to think about and awesome. So a shout out for all of the extra support. I greatly appreciate it. And all of that has gone towards the making of our own deck. And that's gonna be a fun challenge that is currently getting designed by myself. And then hopefully ready later in our 900s. So I'm super excited for that to happen. We did take out the jokers, right? I was a little bit on autopilot, I suppose. We did. I always appreciate a deck that can do yellow well. Very tough color to pull off. Alright, 2 fat stacks in. Let's see if we can get some more with this one. just in case you're new, eBay is a great spot to pick up some decks. Even I like to get like a variety of just kind of judging a book by its cover and taking a shot in the dark and hoping it's a hit. And this one for sure was a hit in my opinion. Some not as much of a hit, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. I think over half of our collection is derived from eBay, as we are tearing through these cards right now, which is a little bit worrisome. That's our third play. Worrisome. Do we have a red jack by chance? Maybe a little more than a red jack at this point. No way. Such a hot start, but nowhere for that 6, 4, 8, 4 once again, or 7. A jack and queen playable. Ace, ace. Just out of reach. Can't build there, not a single red 2 in our hand. So close, but once again, those final 2 stacks keep us from going any further. Did I say 20 fat stacks? A thicker sound to the deck. For me, an enjoyable, audible subtlety between our different episodes. Obviously, different decks have different cuts, thicknesses, cushioning, card type altogether. Different bends in the cards that provide that deeper or higher sound. This deck has a slight vertical bend downwards, which creates that deepness when it hits the right spot. combination. But it's nice to try at points. But it's just really cool. Like, obviously we have plans and visions of just maybe anything. Some don't come to fruition. Some come close. But often, there are many reasons not to be content. And so far I've learned so much about myself and what I truly value just by our time together as we have. Once again, a brutal game. But can we go triple eights and triple sixes? I guess we just got a big old fat middle finger in this game for queen, jack, king, king, and lastly a 5-0. And that resets our luck. If we work out of this, that might be one of our greater comebacks ever. A double triplet on the field. I don't remember seeing a 7 in our hand. And unfortunately, I believe that is it. Now, yeah, damn. It likes to tease us, doesn't it? So clearly we have one triplet waiting for us. Nowhere for that jack, 4, 9, or king. Great start, but again, these two piles. You already know. I don't think we moved either of our black 8s. Triple 7s. Another negative stat for us. We're gonna give this deck one more game. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a nice refresher. In case you're wondering, I purchased the first deck from the bicycle website, and just after I did, it went out of stock. It's one of the more popular ones that I don't think have as many recuts, reprints. However you would say it. It's been so interesting purchasing cards throughout our journey and seeing how it's changed so much. I think the bicycle website has gone through 3 or 4 different, what's the word? Third-party merchants. The official solid player. Kind of funny. You wouldn't think there'd be so much variation in something that seems so simple. Okay. Great sign to start this one. A red queen would be fantastic. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. And our third play from our hand. So close. Okay, that's a big relief right there. Our third fat stack of the night. And we have some breathing room. Not much since we made a triple play. But let's see where we stand now. As there's nowhere for that 5, 8, 10, queen, or 7. Spades and diamonds. Fat stack number 4 of our night. Does that change anything in our hand? It does not. Oh no. It has been so mean so far. Nowhere for the 5 of hearts without the 4 of hearts. 8 of diamonds, 10 of hearts, queen of diamonds, or 7 of clubs. Oh wow. Those fast-paced games are so hard to maintain. 8 of spades. Man, I want to go another, but we still have more to get into. Okay. I'm contemplating. So for the first time in our 100 series, we're gonna be getting into new decks. This is the one I wanted to next. But I kind of want to throw into this one right here. The Spaceman deck. Oh, decisions. We had a fairly simple front card, so we're going to go with the Spaceman for now. So let's see what exactly is within this deck. And this one has been on the shelf for a long time. nice already. Okay, this could go south real quick. So these are the spades, I assume. Diamonds. Okay, they're blue. Clubs. And hearts. Luckily, it doesn't matter too much for us. Besides knowing the difference between purple and blue. These space decks worry me a lot. I thought this would be a safe bet. Not too bad. Because they really like to get technical with the fonts and the suits. But very nice feel so far. If you can hear it, it's very crisp. Okay, we're entering our 9th game, I believe. 4 fat stacks so far. Not on the board yet with the victory. Show us a purple, please. There we go. Oh, these are gonna be a pain in the butt, I just realized. I guess we just have to rely on the actual symbol more than I would prefer. Okay, double tens. Triple nines. That has to be the spade, right? And our third play. How are you doing so far? Could be better. You and me both. Okay. Diamond. Okay, so I'm dumb. It says it right there on it. Heart diamond. Scrunch that just a bit. Hopefully use our 2 we much will it change? Spade. Third play. Oh, don't tell me we just lost our chance at a red 6. Nowhere for that 7, nowhere for that 8. The red triple 6 is in our hand. Double 5s, double 9s. Damn. That is a club, not a spade, so we can't build there. Can't move that over. Oh, so close to 2 fat stacks, but not a single black 10 or purple in our hand. Yeah, this is gonna be a 3-off deck. Yeah, no triplets. As hard as it may seem, I really enjoy decks like these because it makes it easier to appreciate the simple things done well. One more riffle. right? I really don't know what to say. Thank you. Fat stack number 5 question mark. I think so. Third play from our hand. Fat stack number 6. Fat stack. Oh, almost. Oh, that sucks. Nowhere for that 5 at the moment. 4 or 2. What's dangerous is how low these cards are. Gonna have to be very careful with what I do here. That's a heart. So close, my friend. I forget if we did this one or not, so that might be 7. That's stack number 7, but it also might not be. But on the bright side, the brighter side, I should say, we have won our first game of the night. And I'm pretty sure we're 7 fat stacks deep. Wow. Well earned all around. First one of our 900th video. I think another thing that's slightly throwing me off is that I look at numbers first, not the shapes. So I'm having to tell my brain, look at the shapes and not the numbers. And that's just now dawning on me. Who would have thought this deck and that game would have done it? But all of the spades in order this did not go through. Please insert chip. Right, so obviously nothing with the jacks. 4 tens. And that looks like, oh, and 4 fours. It's something. Nice game. Alright, final game with this deck. And since it is a new deck, let's jump in to a deck rating. Durability, a little above average. Handling, despite what you may think, slightly above average. Texture is like the only thing that's a little average to below, because there's not much grip, so they bend a bit, but they are very durable. The handling is more of the edges and how it just kind of flows. Design, I say a little below average, a little too thin, even in person. We'll give it a 7, just because it's really nice to handle. I know our next 2 new decks are going to be very safe bets. One more riffle, and let's do it. Right, 71 going in. Let's see if we can make it at least 81. Okay, 6s are present. I didn't let go. You saw that. I was about to. And it would appear that we made the right decision. So far, as this is our 3rd play from our hand. We have to wait. Fat stack number 8. And we must wait 1 next. Ten fat stacks. I'm surprised we've reached that so quickly. How are your predictions holding up? So close to a perfect game in back-to-back games. But in back-to-back, we come out on top. Alright, let's do this one more time with this deck. Yes, we have all of these spades, ace to king, with the clubs. Hearts. And diamonds. Victory shuffle, take two. Oh, two to king paired up. Hiccup at the face cards. Recovery at the 8. Down to ace, and you know what? We'll let that be. Solid outing from this deck. 6 fat stacks, 2 victories, and 3 games. Not too bad. Alright, let's bring out that purple jumbo next. A sight for sore eyes. A soft purple with a nice, satisfying, bold font. I almost forgot. 10 fat stacks, 2 victories. I think. It just happened. Yeah, 10 fat stacks, 2 victories. Just want to make sure to give it a nice, thorough shuffle. If you noticed, last time with this deck was a victory. Was kind of hoping for triple aces to start us off. We'll be a little bit patient to start this one, as that gave us a reason not to be as much. If it's a bad first round, we're playing our 2 of hearts. option. Well, that's not nice. Interesting dilemma. Even more so. Because I don't think we have a chance, despite the amount of plays we have. Jack, Queen, 3, and a 7. Nowhere to go. Little bit of a rough start on this one. But we could turn that around. Hopefully. Typically, when we get aces early in abundance, it's a sign our game might not be as strong as we may think. Just avoiding some triplets in that mess. I'm still thinking about that 27 hours. That's really neat to me. Obviously, throughout our journey to this point, we've had way more than 27 hours. Probably closer to like 500 hours. That's ridiculous even thinking that. But I have no to say to that 500 hours so far of Solitaire. 4 days is almost 100 hours. Four times 5 is 20. Just shy of 6 solid days of Solitaire episodes, non-stop. From 1 to 900. That doesn't feel right, does it? Because we have lost episodes, specials, that don't have a numerical value in our 1000. Crazy. There we go. A triple ace start. We had a rough one last time when they came out early, so chances are this time it'll be much smoother sailing. Surely. Triple sixes, double eights, double threes. And we will receive our 4th Let's find out. An insurance card, why not? God dang it, that sucks. I think anyway. Well, at least we made the right decision to put down our Black King. Fat stack number 11, at the very least. What the heck is going on? Oh, wow, just barely on that one. Okay. So we're currently at 11 fat stacks. And that's gonna cost us a chance at 12, I believe, but oh, this is tight. Okay. Wait, what did that do? Oh, that's what I meant to do. Same difference. Here's what we're stuck with. 11 fat stacks, a chance to go further, but not a single black 4 on the field. And without those black 4s, these 5s lock up our 6s to build any further. I knew it was too good to be true. That was one hell of a game. Let's just see the double 4s. Not much else to say after that one. What a fight. Yeah, took a lot for us to lose that one. Seemingly perfect. You know what? So far in this special, it's been very solid. Obviously, we're having tough games, but we're having games we're in. Games where it's almost a coin toss. cost. So I think, what is that? A 4 in 11 chance we win in those situations, which I think is pretty close to the actual statistics. Which I think a 3-card draw is at about 36% around there. Final game with this deck, and you know what? We'll open up one more for now, and then we'll save the other one for later. Alright, 11 fat stacks. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention. Now I feel really bad about it. So I won't probably do it. So if I said this at the top, I would have done it. But it's, what, an hour and a half in at this point. For the deck giveaway, I wanted to see, decide a winner at either 9,000 views or 900 likes. Whichever came first. Damn, my bad on that one. Could one of you put that in the comments? So, maybe... Oh yeah, we're done now, by the way. People see that. And we could try it out. King, 5, 3, 6, Queen, 3, 9, and a 6. Nowhere to go. Absolute stinker. And we move on to a new deck. A deck that I recently got within the past week. And if history has shown us anything about this deck, should be a solid choice as a set of 7s elude us in this final game with the purple jumbo deck. Alright, where are you hiding? There you are. The Hypnosis deck in a limeish green. What would you call that? Green? Yeah, lime. It's quite literally the lime peel and the innards. Or just the spectrum of a lime. Because most limes on the inside are that clear color, more so. I love these Hypnosis decks. I was just randomly checking the bicycle site around Black Friday, as this one has some coloring, and decided, you know what? I gotta get myself some of those, so let's put these back in the box and put them to the side. I doubt it now, looking at it a little better. But that's a nice facing. A nice green color for the reds. Let's get into it. What is this, our fifth deck? I think so. It's such a nice effect, too. I feel I repeat myself more than I think when I'm this tired. Here we go. Let's really enjoy this one. 11 and 2, I believe. Great. Triple sixes, double nines, and watch us get a third 9 or fourth 6 right now. It's a miracle. Wow. I just want some growth right there to feel safe about this one. But we don't always get what we want. Sometimes you just have to wait a little bit. That was a little bit of a surprise not making a play at the end there. stack number 12. Fat stack number 13. And it would seem the perfect combination will elude us. Or will it? 10, 9, king. You know what? We got it for the third time of the night. We have a triple fat stack victory. So 12, 13, 14 fat stacks. 3 victories. What the heck is going on? Triple fat stack victories are so rare if you're new. So close to a perfect game. 3 times now. Fat stacks, 3 wins, just gotta remind myself. Lastly, the spades and clubs, but all together, the spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds, in order ace to king, victory, shuffle, take 3. It's not the best cut of cards, so we lost a little bit of control. Ooh, if we do that again, we'll change that angle. That's pretty neat, so we know those are face cards. Yeah. Alright. 7 to king. Ace to 4. King to jack, and the aces. On to game number 2 with this deck. 14 fat stacks, 3 victories. What were my predictions again? I'm not boasting or whatever, I'm genuinely curious because I forgot. So the cards aren't too flexible or durable, but they do have some nice edges, in case you're wondering, since this deck pretty much is brand new. Brand new, obviously out of the box, but released at the point of this video. You have no idea how excited I've been for this couple weeks on the channel. 1, our 900th video. missing something. But I thought it was a lime 3. There's our lime 3. Some cards now. I hope we don't, because we're not in too bad of a position for a chance at a fat stack, at least seemingly. But it looks like we're gonna have to. But I don't think that's enough to do it. As we have nowhere for that 8. We do have somewhere for that 4. So we pick it up. Nowhere for that 8. 7. Queen. Or 9. 8, 7, 9's what we're stuck with. We do have a chance to keep ourselves alive. And we do, barely. We need a black 10, black king, black 6. We get a black 9. We drop our 8. We drop a 7. But that might not be enough. 10. Queen and a 9 with nowhere to go. Triple jacks. No black 6, double 7s, double 9s. Only a 6 of hearts, 6 of diamonds. We can't build there. Again, a great game. Just couldn't quite finish it up. 14 fat stacks, 3 wins. Heading into our third game with this deck. Yeah, that's too much black. Left unturned. Double king. 10, 6. Key difference makers there. Oh yeah. So another heads up for you at this point. So from this point on, our regular Solitaire videos will be around 45 minutes upwards. And the 10th episode, like 9, 10, 9, 20, 30, 40, 50, will be over an hour each. Like not just like a minute or two, like a bit over an hour. I'm gonna be putting, so just longer episodes. And I really want us to like pick up more steam and have more people join on. So if you didn't know how it works, just like when you can, or like every video. Comment when you much higher saturation of regular Solitaire, but more consistency with what's to come, and longer videos, so maybe it could be come back to later. I'm just super excited. It's like a lot of work, but it's just so challenging and fun. Actually getting to the point where I thought was just too far out of reach within reason, or to be expected to be seen. As quick as it is, moderate start. I know you're probably a bit tired and not wanting to type out. I get it. But is there anything that you're excited or looking forward to in this final stretch to 1,000? Triple twos I didn't even notice. A lime 6 underneath this pile to the right would be fantastic. But another 4. I can't even express what I'm more excited about, because more of the entire package, I guess kind of like Thanksgiving, because we get or earn our 15th fat stack, towards not just about one thing, but the entire medley together. No. Make it 16 fat stacks of this special so far. 16 and 3. Alright, so this deck, reading time. Price, great. Edges, great. Durability, slightly below average. Design, great. Balance, fantastic. Shortcomings, durability is a decent one. It's not wowing, but it's pretty solid. So this one's gonna earn an 8 for sure. Alright, let's do it. It's kind of funny how almost every time we've dealt out an ace, it's been upside down. I'm surprised it took that long to get that play to happen. But at least we got something to help us out. Okay, 6s and 5s everywhere, I suppose. And I believe this would be our third play. Do we hear a 17? Our 17th fat stack. Enjoy each one, you never know when it will be the last. Third play. We have an earlier 7. But do you know what's really funny? We're about to get another fat stack. And I'm so tired that I'm not sure if I know the number. 18, I think. Fat stacks. Nowhere for that 6, nowhere for that 7. somewhere for that king now. Five. Six. 7. 10. And a 2. That 8-7-6-5 run is devastating. Oh, please don't do this to us again. Alright, 18 fat stacks. I think it just did it to us again. We get this close every time. The 5 of diamonds wouldn't help even if we could play it, because we can't get to the 3. So theoretically, this would be our last play. Or it is now. Double 4s. It was double 4s, double 7s in our hand. Wow. It's amazing, honestly. We're gonna give this deck one more game. 18 fat stacks. 3 victories. Those were the 4 that mattered so much. Just before starting, I made myself some tea with honey, ginger, cinnamon, with black turmeric and Earl Grey, I think, tea. So I think after this game I'm going to give myself a refill for my throat and a little bit of energy. Let's see what we've got with this deck. 18 fat stacks, 3 wins. You know how bad I want to get at least 2 more right now. We'll just have to find out together. Ooh. Rough start. Almost. Our first time of the night being shut out. Is there a large enough crack for the door to open? And once we open that door, what waits for us inside? Triple 4s. You know what? I wouldn't be upset at a little bit of a stinker game, because we've just been having too good of a time. fours, then another four, so triple fours. 7, 6, 5, 4, all straight and black. And no face cards. Yet we keep fighting. We keep pushing to get as far as we can in that crack. If there's a blackjack underneath this 9, that would be so interesting. Okay, no, it's a 6. If there is a blackjack beneath that black 5, that would be so interesting. I didn't place it down. I touched it. Okay, we have to place it down. Officially. And unfortunately, that spells the end to this game. But with how it started and looked, we still put up a pretty good fight. Now we're for that 2, Queen, King, 10, or Jack. No other place left on the field. Push as we might, the door closes for this one. Now let's see the final, I'm guessing 11 cards left beneath. 10. Almost. Triple aces is what we needed this time. Alright, back in the box you go. First time since being brand new. Great set. Is it 18 or 18 fat stacks, 3 victories? Okay. Time for some tea. Quick refresher. And back at it.
Better.
Next deck. One of the decks that we are giving away tonight. I don't know about you, but I really enjoy a deck like this. The backing, just so warm and dark. Then the number cards to accompany. Just really refreshing, if you ask me. And speaking of refreshing, I had some, I think, 2 cinnamon sticks. No, 1 cinnamon stick broken in half in my teacup. And that made so much of a difference. Just concentrating there. Since before we started. Alright, let's get into our first game with this deck. And if I remember correctly, 18 and 3. I feel like I'm wrong for some reason. Nowhere for that 9. Nowhere for that 2. 4. 7. King, and lastly, king. Final play to make. Doubling up, but nothing else to place. I don't really know. I wasn't paying too much attention, but 5 sounds right. Triple 5s. Triple 8s, and make that a set of 5s. So funny enough, great night. No, a fantastic night so far. And we've been getting lots of good with lots of bad, stats wise. Oh my gosh, the further we make it throughout this episode, the more the excitement builds within me for our 1000th. Not for a long time, but for a little while. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do post 1000, and for a solid couple years I've known exactly what I wanted to do and what I've been working on, a little bit in secret, and some not so much, that it's so tough to restrain. But I'm a firm believer in delayed gratification. And I just can't wait, but I have to. Kind of like Christmas morning type of feeling. But over years restart our luck. But we do earn our 19th fat stack. Third play. Oh wow. Oh wait. As well as our 20th fat stack in this game. And that 20th fat stack also times up the clinching of our 4th victory of the night. Kinda close to another triple fat stack win, but 20 fat stacks, 4 victories. I think now I feel like I'm wrong. Once again, all of these spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds in order. Ace to king. Oh no. Oh, damn it. A couple jumped out. Oh, it's gonna be chunky, isn't it? King to jack. 7 to ace. King down. There's the chunk city. To 5. Not too bad. Let's do one more game with this deck before we move on to our next. And I'm not sure which one, exactly which to do yet. We have a deck that might be from our 700s, and one from our later 800s that is one of my favorites. I think we'll do the one from the later 800s. And at this point, I'm not even going to bother counting fat stacks or wins because I feel like I'm wrong at some point. So I'm going to count on one of you to leave a spoiler alert so I could see our grand total in this one. Here we go. especially with how her hand looks. Our fate is beneath the two of spades. Does the fate allow this game to continue? Yes, it does. Wow. Oh, that sucks though. We are so pigeonholed by this section. I think we should play it. No, don't be a pesky game. That doesn't do anything moving that too. Damn, I think we just lost this one. Queen. Maybe not. Add another fat stack to the totals. Wow. So we are stuck with the queen, jack, and a 9 with 2 white 10s beneath. And in those white 10s, I believe is the fate of this game. No 4 of diamonds, so therefore, that's the end of the road for this one. Again, great games. Just very difficult to manage. But they're so fun. Oh, a triplet of 10s to stop us in this one. Right, back in the box, and let's grab that fun deck. At least I'd like to think so. The circus deck. The box wasn't so promising, but when you take a look at the cards, if you haven't already, you will see why this one stands on the top of the list. A very inexpensive deck with an amazing theme throughout. Guess nothing on that one. Nice touch on the aces. There we go. I was hoping it was a black four. Interesting. Lots of plays. It feels like there are many opportunities, but somehow it feels like we're against the wall. And it would appear that's the end of this game. Rough start. Nowhere for the 9. King, 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 or 4. Damn. All 4 kings in our hand. And that leads us to believe that there's something a little extra nasty beneath the final cards. Triple queens. And that is surprising how that's it. I think this deck was also part of the first large order. The first order of decks I remember getting, I think like 112 or 20, around that number. 1s and 2s were apparent, or memorable. Now we've gone through most of them, but there are a healthy amount we have yet to crack into from that initial drop. Let's just do it this time. See what that opens the door for. And then, funny enough, another 2. sevens. Black 10, black 9, red queen, red king. That works. No complaints. Third play from our hand. This pile once again. So slowly, progress is being made. On the bright side, we do earn another fat stack. But now, it's looking very unlikely we're going to have a chance to move forward. As there's a 5, 10, and 3 with nowhere to go at the moment. No 4 of hearts. Can't place the 5 of hearts. 10. Can play that 3. But that officially ends that run. A good game. But that pesky 7 keeps us from going any further. But a fat stack. There it is. Double 4s, jacks, and the double black 9s were the killer. Final game with this deck. What made this deck a favorite at the time was its simplicity. The small things done well. And amongst many other new decks, it really stands out for just being done in a satisfying way. I'm tired. I think I just repeated myself in 3 different ways there. probably hear some of the stuff that's going on. It makes sense for how long we've been going. This is not looking good. I feel like I've said that at least 10 times tonight. Not liking that queen right now. Are we done? Now we're for that 3, 9, king, 4, and lastly 4. That's the only play to make. What an interesting set this one. Biggest enemy with this deck. And I think one of the few decks not to be a hit so far. With results, anyway. Triple 5s, triple 2s, and some doubles between. Alright, down to our final 2 of the night. The Peacock deck in darker purple. There we go. If you're gonna pick up a few decks from these episodes, this is definitely one of them. In person, it's even better than it looks right here. course, triple sixes to start this one. We need to get down some black cards to make this look a little bit better. Because this shimmer in certain angles can be too much. But the only bad thing about this deck, fair to say, let's go larger. With that type of combo. So we might be done. Nowhere for that 9, 10, 3, king, king, or 10. Did we run out of whatever was going for us earlier? Feels like we hit our first rough patch of the night. Sorry, I'm just thinking about like the previous 5 games or so. Such a nice ace, especially with the engravings. If I could just put them down right, come on now. aces to the equation. Oh, thank goodness. That's a refreshing sight. Fat stack. Another one. To our stats. Black 3, be a gift. Black 4. What a chip. Black king and a black 3 under the queen would be perfection. But another DM4. That sucks so much. 7, 8, 10, 5, nowhere to go. Okay, at least we reset our chances. 7. But now we lose that 2 and 5. 8, 10. What would be more valuable at this moment? 2 of spades, maybe. No. 3 of hearts. Well, there goes that plan with the king. Did we? We have 2 queens and 2 twos, or 1 2 underneath. Oh no, don't do this to us. Alright, 3 of hearts, hearts and spades, clubs and diamonds. Club, club. No 6 of diamonds. And that is as far as we get with this one. Oh, this is so bad. I love how dumb this is. You know what? Let's move on to our last deck of the night. I feel like that was 2 games, but it felt more than that with how draining it was. Alright, final deck of the night. We'll end it with a series of 5. Another new deck from the past week. Let's see how it delivers. Okay, no specialty on the Joker. It keeps it traditional. I thought it was gonna be yellow. You know what? Let's see how this plays. It's a darker, warmer yellow. Who else was hoping the reds would be a yellow? Or yellow and red would be better. cuts us off from doing anything else. Shaky start with game 1 with this deck. But you know what? Let's focus on the positives at this point as we wind down on our 900th special. Surprisingly, no triplets. Damn. Yeah, kind of what I said earlier, the 27 hours just in our 100 specials alone. And where we'll be in the next 100 videos. Episodes, I should say. And I think my goal will be to do at least 2 episodes per week. Maybe 3. I like being consistent, so tough to tell. So let's think this out real quick. At earliest, our 1000th will be in 3 months, a little over. So March. I would love for it to end on March 11th, but that would be kind of a rush, and I don't want to rush this. Be very fitting and coincidental. At latest, let's say 4 days between each episode consistently, which I don't see happening. That would be oh my gosh, 400 days. So another year. I don't think that's gonna be the case. That seems way too long now. I think I just made an idea in my head of how it's gonna go. And I think that's probably the best way to manage myself. Have time to finish up our deck and get the maximum enjoyment along the way. Come on, we need to move that 3 and that 4. We got the 3. Now can we get the 4? Triple queens now. And we got the 4. Come on, red king, black, white jack. Wouldn't that be another patented tease on our night? Red jack. A fat stack 7 with nowhere to go. 2, 3, 4 changes our luck. Actually, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, you jerk over there. But another fat stack to our totals. Alright now. 8 still nowhere to go. Has to be pesky, doesn't it? Well, 2 fat stacks and a victory sounds pretty good. After that long gap between. Now don't be mean and make this tough. My gosh, that felt like such a damn marathon. Oh my, are we really gonna have to work around this way? Reverse engineer this. Alright, let's take a look. So we have to get this 9 on the field. Wait, my brain's hurting now. 7 of hearts. No way we lost this, right? Let's just... Did we really lose this? I think we did. Without the 5 of spades, we can't put down the 9 of spades to place the 9 of clubs. And no matter how much we build back down, we'll keep it at this scenario. We can't get 7 or 8, 9 of hearts, doesn't matter. Because the same issue would be the diamond being locked up. So just for the sake of doing it, that's as far down as we can go. That is such a middle finger to us. That's how close we were to a victory. Unless I'm missing something, that is it for that one. I really hope I'm not missing it because that would be terrible. Wow. 2 fat stacks at least. That might be one of the most... We have a compilation of heartbreaking defeats. Possibly. After that. Third game with this deck has already given us a wide range of what it has to offer. Can you tell I'm ready to get on to the next one? jacks of our 3 kings are down. We have spacing with aces low, and then kings high. Lots of 3s in the hand. Keep it there for insurance purposes. I think we might have an earlier 3 than that. Okay, I'm definitely tired. If that's why I'm mishandling the cards now. There we go, there's the earlier 3. I think you know the issue now. Almost all of our plays have came from our hand. And just like that, my friend, that's the end of this game. Nowhere for that 9. Triple 2s right there, nowhere for that 10. King, 6, or 3. Yeah. 2 more chances left with this deck, and for our knight. Triple jacks, triple 8s. Do we dare have a 3rd triplet? Triple jacks, 8s, and 7s. Absolutely obliterating our chances in this game. Game number 4, typical deck rating time. With all of our decks, I think this is our 3rd like this. The the blue, the red, and now the yellow with this black border in front. All have the same cut, just about down the middle in durability and handling. If anything, a little bit rough on the edges. Almost everything about it is standard besides the color, but since it is a yellow deck, and it is done pretty well with balance, it's gonna earn a hard 8.5 just by the yellow factor. If it had some yellow incorporated on the front of the cards, at least on the ace of spades, it would be looking at a 9. But the only yellow that's noticeable is just matching the backing to the face cards. But something that minor doesn't earn the 9 marker. But a solid choice altogether. It's not nice starting and you're begging for a triplet because we need a red 6 to really change our luck. There is our red 6, our 3rd play in a row. And now we can change friend. As always, it has been an absolute pleasure spending time with you, working through another 100 special. And what's kind of funny is that this special technically is our last 100 special, since the next one's 1,000. Our last single 100 special, I guess is a better way to put it. We're all tired here. Let's just hope for a decent game. I said, let's hope for a decent game to start off the final game of the 900th special. Alright, white queen. White queen. Triple fives momentarily. Any queen, preferably a white queen. Red 3. Any 3, but preferably a red 3 and a red 6. Oh my gosh. I see it. Oh, I see it. And you know what? We're not ending on a mistake. We get a wash. I need to wake my ass up for our final game. Oh, this doesn't even matter. Redo. Redo. Just give me like 5 shuffles total. And we're all random up. This has to be like around 3 hours. 3 hours, 40 minutes, right? That's my guess. Funny how it's starting off pretty similarly to our last one, minus the kings. Well, momentarily anyway. Double kings down. Wasn't it the ace of diamonds too that we had? So mean. Come on, 5. Be a white queen, white king. But you're a white 3. And that does not clear up our troubles whatsoever at the moment. It's honestly amazing how drastic of a drop off it's been from our like 70% marker. Wouldn't you say? Thank you. Something. Okay. I hope we have a queen. There's one of them. And there's the other one flying by. Just out of reach. And that, my friend, wraps up our 900th video on a stinker 7, 9, king, 10, and a 7, all repeats of what are on the field. Not another play to make, as it looks like we wrap up with another stinker stat beneath. But you know what, doesn't matter. Awesome, special all around. Might have been one of our best yet. And the biggest killer in this one. Double white 8s, double white 4s. They're double 5s. Oh, triple 8s. There's the nasty. Well, my friend, that is officially it for this special. 900 down, officially. As always, it has been a pleasure. Let's bring back all of our star decks from the video. Let's see, there we go. Give him a little more space. Let's put that one in the middle. That looks fitting, wouldn't you say? Then let's go a little wider. Why not? Give a little angle. And the one that started it all, the B. Ooh, yeah, I like that. A little more dispersed. Okay, sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Well, my friend, that is officially it for our 900th episode. To each and every one of you, I love you, whether you've been here for 100 plus episodes, first one. I'm just glad you're here, and we're just enjoying ourselves. So until our